Hello to my Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's get into your reading. Hopefully you all are having a great week. Alrighty, let's do it. Let's get into your reading. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below in the description. All right, let's get into it. Let us get into your reading. All right, a new partnership, job slash love is near. I'm talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. All right, let's get into it. So something new is coming up. It's kind of a new partnership in terms of love or job is near for someone. So congratulations in advance. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see first what your ancestors have to say. So hopefully someone, well, everybody may be in hermit mode right now for next couple of days. Just getting some downloads, some messages coming through, some new ideas, some fresh perspectives. Remember the moon moves through the zodiac signs every 2.5 days. So if you're getting some downloads, maybe take some notes. Take some notes. All right. The spy is now turned on. So if someone's spying on you, turned on. So close out the cycle in love. More money is coming soon. So Angel Gabrielle, the messenger of God, is with you. And so they're sending you some messages. So move in silence and move in peace. Get locked in and laser focused. Get laser focused. You're getting some downloads. Gonna take some notes. Heart chakra cleanse. So you have the gift of precognition. This is for knowledge of some things. Listen to your intuition. So source is giving you some information. So heart chakra cleanse. So by moving in love, in the spirit of love. Also, somebody is amongst the incubi and succubi. And don't cast your pearls before swine. And that's really just, everybody, I think a lot of people are familiar with that scripture. Is like, don't waste good things on people who won't appreciate them, right? So that's like telling friends or, family members things that, people will be like basically bah humbug or, oh, that's not going to work out, like a love or a job or whatever. They like, oh, you think about, oh, I'm thinking of applying for a job at such and such. They, oh, that's not going to work, basically those kind of energies. Dream even bigger. Right? Schedule a vacation. That always does a trick, right? So somebody has a lying spirit, and then your gifts have increased. The gifts have increased. So usually at the root of lying is fear. Somebody could be afraid of something. Somebody could be getting bullied. And that's really not making an excuse for people, right? A lot of times people wonder why, people are the way that they are. But remember, Pluto is retrograde, and you don't know. People could be in a situation where they are being threatened. People could be in an abusive situation. Like I said, spied on. People could be spying on people. So somebody could be hovering, listening on their conversations. All sorts of things. So somebody could be saying, could seem a little bit too quick to respond to some things, and but your intuition could be telling you something different. So still go into prayer mode. And you could just be like, oh, that person's a liar, but they really could be being spied upon by a person who really has a lying spirit, who is, doing something, who has done something to them behind their back, who is like, threatened them to do something to you, right? Because they know that you're thriving, right? So somebody who thought that you were not going to thrive, they thought something on you were going to meet some kind of unfortunate end behind your back, so behind closed doors. So here we have the Ten of Swords. So Ten of Swords Source is putting an end to something to balance you out. That's why Source is saying is a new partnership and new job is near, because it's really helping you to help balance somebody else out, because somebody has been lying to you because of their fear. Yeah, some kind of legal ramifications. You know, they had to lie. They were forced to lie on you. So, yeah, they were being used as a pawn. They were being used as a pawn to lie on you. And it's something really heartbreaking. So apparently, Pisces, two people wanted your life, yours and somebody else's life. And they used somebody to swap destinies with you and somebody. And they forced two people to lie in court, right? On you, right? And then not say anything to you about it. So if you go back in your mind, you would know exactly who these two energies are. So they're spying on everything. And so you'll remember through your nightmares who these energies are. So listen to your intuition. You have the gift of precognition. So this is where your heart chakra, you want to forgive, operate in a spirit of love, get focused, get real focused. Your gifts have actually increased because they're holding on to something that's of value to you. Yeah. That they've already made somebody feel the lowest of low. They have something of value. So I don't know if, they have something, a physical value of yours. They, like a person. They could be, for real, like, saying that they could end you and somebody. So they like holding on to something, saying they could end you and somebody, something that they paid for, or that they were paid for, So source is, so somebody was baited into something. Somebody was baited into some kind of a lie to keep you and someone apart from each other, to put them sort of like on center stage. And this was done by a church. This is done by a church, possibly that you and someone attended with two other people. So here's a ace of pentacles, and somebody was made financially independent to do this. So it's a lot of money involved. So you and somebody don't look like what y'all been through when y'all come out the house. This is what you and quite a few people have been through. This is what you and quite a few people have in common. So you'll be grateful that something is behind you. Yeah, it's something is going to be behind you very quickly. So when I say a new partnership, job/love, you'll be free real quick. Yeah, something 5, 6, 7. Yeah, something is, you'll be able to move on real quick. Something is ending real quick. You'll be free real quick. Something be over real quick. You'll be on the rebirth side real quick. You can focus on your future. Yeah, so you can create something new. But you learn how that when your back is against the wall, to tap into the living water, and you're on top of things. You're on top of things, right? So you're just kind of having a total recall of some things. Yeah. And you're not a fool. You're not a fool. This is what you and somebody have in common, And again, it's death to judgment. And that's what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do. It's like, stop judging people, learn how to rise above the judgment of other people, stop being up under other people's judgment of things, Stop carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, walking around with the weight of the world on your shoulders. Meek does not mean weak at all. You know, everybody don't look like what they've been through. Everybody don't look like what they've been through. A lot of people are carrying things around. You never know. You never know, right? So somebody is definitely not going back to, something that, somebody's definitely not going back to, walking around, but they have the weight of the world on their shoulders, not talking about people behind their backs. Somebody's just taking a leap of faith and moving on from something, not putting any energy to something. You're staying focused, thinking that people are running away from something. Instead, people are now learning how to wake up from their own nightmares and finally getting some rest. Here's the Ace of Wands here. And so somebody has some ideas moving forward of this whole new lease on life that they have. And knowing that the Lion of Judah, this is God, has your back. God has your back for some kind of financial independence. Yeah. Learning how to see things from a higher frequency. You don't have to turn people against each other. There's no triangulation going on here, Yeah, so somebody's making a decision. Somebody making a decision. Yep. That this is not somebody taking the high horse. Somebody's learning how to take the high road. So this is it. Somebody's moving on from something. I saw somebody put a comment under the video about somebody being a bully the other day. So it's time to take some kind of action. And taking action is just being a prayer warrior. Learning how to pray and meditate. If somebody's having a total recall of something where it just puts you in anger or frustration mode, is to get into prayer warrior mode. Here we have watch a movie. Somebody gonna be watching a movie and start praying. But somebody's amongst incubi and succubi. They just don't look like what they've been through when they come out of the house, every single day. And so some people have been through hell. They don't look like it. Get up every single day. Just thank God. Hey, live another day. All right. They're being spied upon. So grounded. Many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folks living with joy, dignity, and courage. All right, there it is. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. See you in the next video. Bye.